Hello and welcome to another episode of Unfltd Wrestling, our SummerSlam predictions. Now, Tim will be along later with his Night 2 predictions, but I'm here to walk us through Night 1. So I'm going to start off with the World Heavyweight Championship. That's Gunther versus CM Punk. Now, as we've learned this past week on WWE Unreal, this was actually the WrestleMania plan until WWE decided to pull the trigger with Jey Uso. This leads me to believe that Punk's going to win, because I think that was the plan for WrestleMania. As we've seen over the last couple of months, WWE took the belt off of Jey and put it back on Gunther to get us to this point. The only issue I didn't think they saw was Seth's injury. Now, some of you out there in the internet world believe that Seth's injuries are work, and this could be the moment that Seth cashes in. I don't think it's going to happen, but hey ho, who knows? So yes, we're going to go with a Punk win. Next up, the women's world title, when we have Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. This is Jade all over. This is what they've been building Jade up to this year. She won Queen of the Ring to get this moment, and yeah, I think this is going to be a Jade win. I think it'd be a decent match, but Jade's going to dominate at the end and become our new champion. And then next up, we've got what I think will be match of the night. As a casual fan, it's obviously Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre. Now, this has been a weird build-up for the heel team of Drew and Logan, because it's been great character development for Drew. Even Drew getting stuck in the UK, he managed to turn it as though it's all was Jelly Roll's fault. Where Logan has been sort of pushed back down into an influencer position, which is really strange because he was the United States champion and he was fighting for a world title a couple of months ago. Now he's playing the part of the influencer. I get why, as winning in Jelly Roll, you need that to bounce off of. I think Logan's going to eat a lot of moves. I think we might get Jelly Roll doing the RKO. I think this is going to be a fun match with Jelly Roll and Orton picking up the win for that feel-good moment. And to be honest, who cares? It's SummerSlam and we need a fun spot. The next time we're going to look at the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus my new favourite tag team, which is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Now, I believe they've got to put their belts in Charlotte and Alexa. Tim has mentioned that this could be the moment when they split up Charlotte and Alexa, but I think this is too early. I'm getting very Rock and Sock Connection vibes. I reckon this is doing Charlotte's character a world of good. It's getting her over with fans. And I think they need to keep this going as long as they can. Maybe to the Rumble, then split them up. So I believe these girls are going to be tag champs. That leads on to Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross's third match. I love it when these two get together, but we've had it so much so recently that I'm not majorly interested. I think Sammy needs to win to keep him strong, but my prediction is that Karrion Kross is actually going to win. He had that win on TV the other week, and then I think they're going to give him the win at this PLA. So yeah, I've picked Karrion to win. But I think it'd be a great match, but hopefully something big needs to happen or I just need to move on. Because in true WWE fashion, it's been done to death. And then that leads on to Roman Reigns, main event Jey Uso, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in this mammoth tag match. Now, to be honest, I weren't that interested in this match until the beatdown that we see that happened on Raw this past week. I think that momentum needs to carry over, and I think Bronson and Braun need to have the win to keep their faction looking really strong. Now, the issue is it's Roman Reigns, and they've just brought him back, so I don't think that's going to happen. I actually think Roman and Jey are going to nick the win. And then Bronson and Braun are going to go on total mass destruction again, like they did on Raw. Anyway, that's my thoughts about Night 1. Tim, over to you for Night 2.
Thanks, Lee. We'll take that all on board. So over to me now for Night 2. We'll start off with one of the two singles matches, and we'll start off with AJ and Dominic. This match has the potential to be a really solid 3-star match. Both guys have done really good work in the build-up, and they have definitely warrant a position on this card. What I worry about is how much Dominic's going to lead into the heel role and what role the Judgment Day will have on it. I'm hoping very little. But I think there's a good chance that we'll have a really solid match. And my prediction is AJ's going to win the belt. So we'll see AJ with the title again. I think he can move the belt up to the next level, which is probably what it needs at the moment. So AJ for the win. We'll fixed up with the next singles match, and it's probably going to be match of the night, and that's the Women's World Championship. We again have got Rhea and Io involved in yet another main event match, but this time with Naomi. Now, all three of these women deserve their plaudits, and if I'm honest, all three probably deserve to be champion. However, we're in a world where the WWE has so many female wrestlers at the top level that people are just going to be disappointed. Now, for me, this match needs to be an absolute barn burner, probably at least 15 to 20 minutes. As I said, I think it's going to be match of the evening, but I think Naomi's going to pick up the win. And again, I think that helps us to move past, because what we got to remember is the stories that happen afterwards. And I think Naomi's going to steal a pin from Rhea. Now, my partner has predicted Rhea for the victory, but I'm not sure that's just with storytelling. So we'll see which one of us is right on that front. We now have one of the four, and I say four, stipulation matches on Sunday. Let's start with the US title between Jacob and Solo. I don't know where we go with this feud. Has been a little bit problematic, if I'm honest. Realistically, I think Jacob should win, but I don't think he will. I think WWE is pushing him for a later project. I think Solo's going to win this match. I think Tonga will interfere and we'll have the full levels of the MFT. I think this will be where we go. I think this works for me. It's strange because whilst I think Jacob probably should win the belt, I don't think he will, and I think this is where Solo starts pushing up. The question is, where do you go after this? For me, Solo can then move on to people such as Damian Priest or Aleister Black. Possibly some of the tag team guys that don't have an opportunity. So I think we can move past this. I just think we've just got to be careful. So as I say, Solo for the victory. Next up, I'm going to go with the TLC match. And this is going to be a car crash. Let's not even argue about it. It will be nothing short of awful. But probably like the best high spots you've seen in a long time. These guys know how to put their body on the line, and they will do. And without a doubt, I think you're going to see some great spots. I think you're going to see some spots that were repeated for the future going forward, and WWE trying to sell the idea of more ladders matches. Now, I think what we do need to decide is we had two ladder matches, Money in the Bank. We had on the SmackDown after WrestleMania a ladder match. After this match, I'm hoping we put away the ladders for a while. Don't think we need to keep going to the well for this. Two matches is going to be enough. If we include also the Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens ladder match at the beginning of the year, that's 5 this year. Is that too many? Ladder matches stop being entertaining when you keep repeating it. But my picks for the TLC are going to be the White Six. Now, Lee and I have both been very critical, but I actually think they're going to pull out of the bag. It's worth mentioning Rowan and Uncle Howdy will be at the ringside along with Nikki Cross. So they're already in front on numbers. So I would expect them to play into the part of this. I think what will happen after this is tag teams will then start drifting away. We'll get a level of control, and maybe we'll have a couple of weeks of what we'll see on Raw where the tag team is like calming down a little, which I think is what we need. And maybe, as Lee and I have commented before, moving some of the tag teams onto Raw, and so that we can get along that way. So I think it's White Six with the help of Rowan and Uncle Howdy. Again, my partner actually thinks it's going to be the Street Profits. We'll wait and see on that front. We will. I think that one could be good. Next up is the Women's Intercontinental Championship and a no DQ match between Becky and Lyra. And I think Becky's going to win. I think Lyra's not going to be able to go for the belt. I think it's going to be as a result of a Bailey, I don't want to say heel turn, but certainly interference. I think we're going to have another couple of matches of this. Becky can go on and face some new people who probably deserve a crack at this belt. So let's see how that one goes. But it's going to be violent. It's absolutely two women who know each other so well, and they're just going to beat each other. As I said on Raw Ramblings, that drop kick from Lyra into the head probably deserves a receipt at some point, and a no DQ match is the best way to get away with that. So we've got finally coming up to the street fight between John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And let's be honest, if Cody doesn't win, what are we doing with him? Seriously, what are we doing with him? He needs to win this match. He needs to win it well. The John Cena experiment has gone well at times, but we are aware he's just not moving anywhere near. The belt needs to go back on Cody so we can start building to the next stage. If we've got to have a rubber match, if we've got to have a round 3, let's make it, I don't want to say Hell in a Cell because that's just too much, but let's make it a stipulation match again. John can't cope with the rigours of a normal wrestling match. This match should be better than their WrestleMania match. I think that's just due to the fact that the limitations are that John can't wrestle anywhere near as good as he used to. So for me, Cody to win. I know there's a lot of rumours that he will go heel. I think it's a possibility, but I think WWE know what they've got. And I think we'll wait a little while longer till we get the next guy in line before turning Cody heel.
Well, thanks for that, Tim. And that's our thoughts for night 1 and night 2. But what do you guys think? Remember to join me and Tim over the weekend. And also remember,
we appreciate everybody here that watches the videos, our Unfltd Wrestling podcast. And we'd also like you, just once and twice, maybe give it a like, subscribe, and even drop us a comment. We're quite happy to comment back at you. And I'll see you after night 1.